Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast where it's Wednesday in Rochester, and you know what that means. It is Lost in the Midcard. Here we are, episode 301. We are live on a Wednesday night after Dynamite for the first time. We went live last week and had a blast, so we decided to try it again. Decided to go live once more and see how it goes, see how much fun we have, if we have much fun. We had a lot of fun last week. Had a lot of people, old friends and new friends, come on the show, and we had a blast. So here we are. We'd like to thank you for joining. Make sure you subscribe to us on the podcast through Anchor. You can subscribe to us through Anchor. Just search for Lost in the Midcard wherever you find your podcasting apps, and make sure you choose the one that says new feed. That way you are able to get the latest from Lost in the Midcard. The podcast version drops every Thursday. We are going live now, so that you're live now, and of course this will be on demand as well. So go to our YouTube at just search for Lost in the Midcard on the YouTube as well, or go to our website litmcpodcast.com. We also have Facebook, facebook.com/Lost in the Midcard. Also have a Twitter at LITMC Podcast. I'm your host, Jeremy Bennett. You can find me on the Twitter at JB Huskers. As always, my co-host, he is on the Twitter at Raw F Showtime. It is Mr. Matt Black. Matt, what's up?
My laptop tried to prevent me from getting here, but I kicked out at 2.
Kick out!
Kicked out at 2. I'm here.
Kick out!
Good Lord, that was frustrating. My laptop crashed in the middle of the main event on Dynamite tonight. I blame Marcho for sending me a terrible John Cena picture, because that's exactly when my laptop crashed. So I'm blaming him for it.
God damn it, Show. Jesus Christ.
Yep, his fault.
Yeah, apparently Arn Anderson said 1 inch on Dynamite tonight.
I must have missed it. I was too busy about hearing him shooting somebody in the head with a gun.
Yeah,
so,
old Arn, the original gangsta, apparently. Hey, look, Lost the Midcardhausen. Mark Cho is in the house. B is in the house again. Look at that, Gamer Bear fan since day one-ish. Is
H.
Ish. Hey, Lost in the Midcardhausen. Hey, you know what that means? Do you know what that means? Hey, I got a little something for you.
Oh, yes, Danhausen. Yeah, very nice, very evil, very famous. This is from Mark Chohausen to Matt Hausen and Jeremy Hausen. Chohausen. What? This is saying. All right, anyways. Thank you. Congratulations. Okay. Danhausen's here to wish you a very nice, very evil, very special, very congratulatory 300 episodes on your podcast, Lost in the Midcard. Yes, that's right, Lost in the Midcardhausen. It's been going on for 300 episodes. What have they talked about? Probably soup, cake and ice cream, PT Cruisers, pillows, all the good stuff that you hear on our podcast. So, congratulations. Love that Danhausen. May your enemies be cursed. Here is just 3 more.
Danhausen, thanks to Mark Cho for giving us that cameo for episode 300. I don't know if Brienne is.
How do you not love that Danhausen? Come on, man.
I don't know if Brienne's ever seen I don't know if she knows Danhausen, but Danhausen is very nice, very evil. Danhausen,
very employed by Ring of Honor at the moment.
Yeah, employed by Ring of Honor, probably eventually heading to AEW eventually.
Fingers
Bear
crossed.
liked it. Bear liked it. He said that was delightful. It was very nice, very delightful. Thank you, Mark Cho, for providing us with that Lost in the Midcardhausen. That was very nice, very evil. A lot of fun there. We had a lot of fun on episode 300. We're going to have a lot of fun right now. Let's kick it off with AEW Rampage that took place on Friday. First televised match in 7 years for CM Punk. He took on Powerhouse Hobbs, and outside of that scary Hurricane Rana on the turnbuckle, Matt, this was a damn good match. I thought, for probably one of the better ones that Hobbs has had, and Punk looked pretty damn good there as well, didn't you think?
Yeah, I thought it was a great match. I'm really surprised we're not kicking off with Dynamite. That just happened. What are we doing, JB?
We're going in order. We're not talking. We ain't sticking.
Order. We're live, pal. Let's talk about what just happened.
We will.
We can go back to Rampage.
Well, Jesus Christ! All right. Then it doesn't make sense when things happen out of order. You got to talk about. Oh,
fine. Let's run through Rampage really quick.
It's not like I was going to spend.
So we can get to tonight.
It wasn't like I was going to spend an hour on Rampage.
It was a 2-hour Rampage.
Marcho says December. Very nice, very evil. That'd be all right. The Super Click took on Christian Cage and Jurassic Express. First time Super Click tagged together. So that was some good fun there. The bad guys won, of course, no surprise. Hager and Jericho took on the Men of the Year. The right men went over here, right, Matt? No pun intended.
Yeah, look, they had to win.
Yeah.
Or they wouldn't be taken seriously at all. And I want them to just look, they don't need Dan Lambert. And they proved tonight on Dynamite that they don't need Dan Lambert. So, like, unless his UFC buddies are around, like, I don't want to see him on TV. Like, I thought it was really cool to see all the UFC guys beat up Jericho and stuff on Rampage.
Yeah.
But without, like, Paige Van Zant and, Vitor Belfort and all them being there, I don't fucking need him on my TV. So
yeah, I don't know. I like him. I think he's a good promo. He's always cutting some funny promos.
Look, there's 100 good promos in AEW. They don't need a guy in there that doesn't work.
Yeah, after the match, all the UFC guys, we got that flying knee by Masvidal was pretty damn good, wasn't it? That's pretty sweet. Lucha Brothers and Santana Ortiz took on Private Party, Butcher and the Blade. Real good match there between those guys as well. Penelope Ford, Anna Jay. Of course, the other two ladies that have been involved in that feud have led to tonight there. So they've been feuding for a while leading up to that tag match tonight. And then the unsanctioned lights out match between Archer, Suzuki, Moxley, and Kingston. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, wasn't it, Matt? Just a bunch of
it was insanity and exactly what I thought it was going to be.
A bunch of guys that love to fight just beating the fuck out of each other, right?
Yeah, you can't hate any of that.
So damn good Grand Slam week there, wasn't it?
I thought it was a great show. Like beyond the the CM Punk debut back in August, I thought it was easily the best episode of AEW Rampage they've had so far. Yeah,
and leads to Dynamite tonight. We kick things off with in a memory of Brodie Lee graphic. Of course, we're Dynamite live from Rochester, New York, where Brodie Lee is from. Originally was scheduled to debut in AEW in Rochester, except then, of course, the pandemic kind of happened. So, shit happens. So we had to have the debuts of Matt Hardy and Brodie Lee on at Daly's place. But so John Cena costing Finn Balor. We'll get into Extreme Rules in a little bit. That's funny. Kick it off. CM Punk coming out, Big Pop was always on commentary. I always like Punk on commentary. I think Punk adds a lot to the commentary when he's not in a wrestling match. So I'm all for having him on commentary. Did a good job tonight too. A lot of funny stuff. Even threw a gorilla. He threw our favorite Gorilla Monsoon line at JR tonight.
And I think AEW has figured out the gigantic back-to-back pop because they've done this twice now.
Yeah.
You bring CM Punk out for commentary, and right afterwards you bring out Adam Cole. And those back-to-back pops to kick off the show, it's a great way to get the crowd amped up to start Dynamite. Everybody's excited, and you can't beat that.
Yeah, exactly. Adam Cole coming out, and then you got a back-to-back pop because Jungle Boy gets one too. Everybody goes wild over the Jungle Boy's theme. So we get Adam Cole and Jungle Boy. A damn good match to kick off Dynamite. Of course, a little bit of a dream, not dream match, but a couple of the young guys that are going to be around in the business for 10, 15 years. Seeing these guys go at it here was pretty damn good. Thanks to running into Aubrey Edwards, then Michael Cole, Adam Cole with the old ding shot, the old mule kick right into the dick, causing Jungle Boy to fall over and then eat the. It used to be called the last shot. Now is it called like
boom?
Just the boom. Is that all
They're
it's
calling
called?
it the boom. Yeah.
The boom.
Which,
Boom.
hey, goes with his entrance music. It's great. I'm going to
Hello.
sidestep real quick and try to dim my lights a little bit more because the light seems to be
Okay.
overly bright on me tonight, and I didn't have a lot of time to fuck with it prior because my laptop's been a bitch. I'll be back.
Mark Cho. Will you stop? Gorilla Monsoon. That was great. Telling JR. Will you stop? After the match, the Elite come out to celebrate, and Cole said he had called a shot about by beating Jungle Boy. Where was Carl last week, by the way?
Doing sour boy things. That looks a lot better, right?
Yeah. Sour Boy's
that's a lot better.
Sour Boy's the worst. Hey guys. The Elite come out. Adam Cole says he called his shot by beating Jungle Boy all by himself. Well, he had to kick him in the dick, but
still all by himself.
Still, yeah, he kicked him in the dick by himself, so I guess he's not lying. And then they put over the best promo guy in the business and give the microphone to Nakazawa. He's like, that led to some CM Punk chants.
They said they wanted to hear from they were giving it to the best promo in the business, and the crowd's like, well, why is CM Punk going to come to the ring and say something? Because he's the best promo in the business, hands down. So
if Nakazawa teams with Adam Cole, will they be Michael Cole?
Oh my God, no! Shut up! No!
Will you stop?
Oh my God!
And March, it's only taken 12.
The chat is going to have to work really hard tonight to do a worse joke than that.
It took all of 12 minutes for Mark Cho to give Matt a headache.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Omega then steps in and has a little comment about those CM Punk chants, and also talked about Bryan Danielson, how he is not getting a rematch. And then Danielson's music played, and no, Cho's trying to pimp his OnlyFans page now. And Bryan Danielson comes out and says the fans do want to see a rematch, and says that Omega doesn't have the balls. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Kenny No Balls Omega. And well, that just fits right into the chant, doesn't it, Matt? Kenny No Balls. Wow. Kenny No Balls. That was good. That's gonna follow him.
I was gonna say a lot of people on social media believe that's gonna be a chant that follows him now. I don't know. I don't know if it will. If it's still happening a month from now, maybe. But I'm not 100% sold on that yet.
Yeah, I know. Like Denise Salcedo had mentioned, like she thinks it's gonna stick like You Suck, and I'm like, may it's possible. These fans are pretty smart. They won't forget Ken. And also, let's say Bryan Danielson's not going to let the crowd forget about Kenny No Balls either, will he?
I wouldn't imagine so, especially if it's something that takes off. So
Danielson challenged any member of the Elite to a match at Rampage. This Friday's Rampage is shaping up to be a good one here. Omega said, well, how about now? And Danielson said, okay, but he's not coming alone. And out came the Elite Hunter, Frankie Kazarian, Jurassic Express, and Christian Cage all came out. And then Kenny No Balls and the rest of the Elite decided to escape. Kenny, are you shitting us, Cho, or is that for real? Are you predicting? Are you predicting there's going to be a shop at AEW Kenny No Balls t-shirt?
Dude, they did a redeem these nut shirt in under 24 hours.
Yeah.
Like if they don't capitalize on a Kenny No Balls shirt, I would be surprised. I honestly would. It seems like something. It seems like something they would do. So we'll find out.
Yeah. New Brodie shirt, though, that's going to benefit his new foundation. We'll talk about that new foundation later on in the show. There you go. Kenny will come out and says he's got great balls the size of grapefruits, just like VKM. I got balls, damn it. Yeah, I don't think the crowd's going to forget the name of Kenny No Nuts. We got a little promo backstage, Lucha Bros and Andrade El Idolo. Andrade congratulating them on their AAA tag titles. And, I mentioned that they haven't defended them in a while. And, but I don't know if Andrade said I don't know if he was getting at that he's got a team lined up for them or just a partner lined up for him. I didn't quite catch that, but be interesting to see.
I think he implied a team.
That's what I thought too. That's what I thought too.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I mean, it was actually when the Andrade promos. I have trouble. Honestly, I hate to say this. I have trouble understanding him.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
That's why he's got the lawyer by his side.
Yeah, I know. I wish his promos flowed better.
Yeah.
Because he's so damn good in the ring. He still needs time to, get it together on the microphone as far as the, English side of his promos.
Well, and when they do the pre-tape, they always do subtitles, which is always good too.
Yes, which I found that very helpful early on.
Yeah,
but they've gotten away from that. So
I think they did one last week, if I remember right.
Did they? I don't remember that.
Cody Rhodes and Big Shotty Lee Johnson taking on Dante Martin and Matt Sydal. I like that they keep tagging Sydal and Martin together. Obviously, Dante Martin's Top Flight tag partner and brother is injured for a while. I don't know if Mike Sydal isn't really signed to AEW, so they can't. He might have some other commitments elsewhere. So I like that they've paired.
Is he not signed?
I don't think he is.
I'm gonna look at their official roster page.
I know Matt is signed, but I don't know if Mike is.
Yeah,
maybe he's hurt too.
If they're not on the official roster page, they're not signed. So let me see if he's on here.
Yeah, Show's got a good idea here. Maybe Andrade El Idolo brings in the pairing of the new PWG Tag Team Champions, Malachi Black and Brodie King. That would be interesting.
Why would Malachi Black be associated with Andrade? That doesn't make any sense to me.
He's not done with
Mike Sydal is not on the official AEW roster page.
It makes sense. He's probably got some other commitments, and then he'll come back around to AEW. Door's probably always open for Mike. But at the same time, I like that they've been pairing Matt and Dante. They work well together, and Dante continuously does ridiculous shit in the ring. It's just crazy the stuff that he does in the ring there. Cody getting booed mercifully. That was quite interesting.
It wasn't as bad as last week, but it was definitely evident.
Yeah. What the hell? Okay.
We are definitely going to talk about how Gangster Arn went on Cody. I promise.
Arn Anderson going OG on Cody Rhodes, mentioning if he would have gotten carjacked, he would have pulled out a Glock and put it right in that motherfucker's face.
I feel like Arn Anderson's been playing a lot of Grand Theft Auto lately.
Man, Arn
in the back with the boys, and he's kind of just lost his damn mind.
Who knew Arn was a G?
Oh,
man,
boy.
That was an interesting promo. And then he goes, Arn says he's not gonna coach a loser, and tells Lee to leave with him. So that ended that. Mark Cho saying in the comments, they didn't mention Mike during the fight commercial. They mentioned Darius being injured. Yeah. I think Mike's probably got obligations elsewhere for now. So I would just assume that,
I mean, at the time being, he's not really, no offense, but he's not really needed.
No.
So,
no.
I guess when Darius comes back, I mean, but you could also move Sydal right back in the singles division. I mean, he's a Swiss Army knife. Like, anywhere you put Sydal, he's going to fit. So It's not really that big of a deal.
6-man tag match next. Debut of Anthony Green, former NXT talent, joining Bear Country. That was quite the pairing. a little guy in Anthony Green with the big boys of Bear Country, taking on Moxley, Kingston, and Darby Allin. Quick win for the good guys. Violent Crown, they got a name for the tag team finisher. I won't be surprised if they go for the belts sometime in maybe early next year or something, Matt. I won't be surprised if Kingston and Mox are not holding tag gold either late this year, early next. You?
It depends on who's holding the titles at the time. I don't foresee them going after. I don't foresee them going after the Lucha Brothers, but I don't know. Crazier things have happened. It's not like there isn't plenty of top tag teams to challenge for those titles right now. The tag team division in AEW is ridiculously stacked.
Yeah, it has been since day one. That was funny when Anthony Green went off the top rope for a crossbody and Mox and Kingston just no-sold it. They just stood there like, yeah, that ain't gonna work, pal. And then after the match, the boys hand Anthony Green over to Sting so he can deliver the Scorpion Death Drop. Big 16-man tag match up next with Orange Cassidy and the Dark Order taking on the Hardy Family Office.
A lot of rumors surrounding this match today, and none of them happened.
As in for one Wyndham Rotunda, you mean?
And the potential return of the Hangman.
Yeah.
Like we didn't get any of that. I mean, what they did was still great. I really liked it. I didn't think they were going to get Brodie Lee's wife involved.
Yeah, that was cool that she came out.
Between her coming out and -1 hitting Evil Uno with the papers.
That was great.
It was everything. It was everything it needed to be. And I hope this is done. I hope the whole dissension with the Dark Order bullshit is done and over with. It's time to move on as a unit.
They all hugged afterwards, so
that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping tonight was the ending of that storyline, and they can move on to more positive things. I don't like seeing the Dark Order fight, man.
Yeah, I'm surprised we have Hangman. Hangman take all the time he wants if he. He's enjoying family time right now, and that's a thing with AEW. You're going to get all the family time that you want.
Well, here's
Tony
the thing.
Khan's going to give it to you.
Here's the thing. I know I said on Twitter tonight after that match, well, we're probably not going to see Hangman anytime soon, but there's a casino ladder match next week on Dynamite when the winner receives a shot at the AEW World Championship. None of the participants have been announced. So if it's like the casino thing, they come out in entrances like they did. That's the match Brian Cage debuted in, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So they come out in like intervals. So maybe Hangman returns in Philadelphia next week. And Daryl, if you're listening to this, you suck because you have a stat card for Dynamite next week, and I wish I was fucking going with you. You son of a bitch.
You gotta go to the draft, though.
Yeah, I get SmackDown. It's a great consolation prize. He goes to the amazing card of AEW Dynamite next week. Got fucking Guevara versus Fish. You got that 8-man tag. You got the Casino Battle Royal. You've got there's another match that I'm blanking. What's the other match? Oh yeah, Hikaru Shida versus
Serena Deeb.
Serena Deeb coming back.
Shida wins. It'll be
that card is loaded next week. I really wish I was going to Philly, man.
If
that show's gonna be dope.
Shida wins, it'll be her 50th win with AEW. So if anybody doesn't know the story, -1 in the papers. Well, the papers were a gimmick of Brodie Lee's on being the Elite, and Brodie Lee would throw papers at the Dark Order, and they would sell it like it was a ton of bricks, and it was one of the best things ever. And so then -1 coming out tonight with the papers, that was just a tremendous there. Matt Housen wants a Dark Punk. I want a Dark Punk shirt too, because I've seen them in the crowds, and I don't like white t-shirts. So that sucks that they're only being sold at the venues, because I'm waiting for the dark one to come out.
I think Pro Wrestling Tees is so far behind on the white ones right now. They don't want to add an additional color. Dude, I ordered my
you still don't have yours yet?
I ordered the Cole and Danielson shirts the day after All Out. They just shipped this week. I'm either going to have them on Friday or I'm going to have them on Saturday. If they get to me by Friday, I am wearing my Bryan Danielson shirt to SmackDown on Friday.
Do it.
So
you'll probably
fingers crossed that gets to happen, but
you'll probably be like, yeah, turn that inside out, pal. Or you get a free T-shirt.
Yeah, they're gonna give me a free T-shirt if they want to. They try to tell me to turn shit inside out.
So Alex Reynolds and Evil Uno get into it again and leave up the ramp, and that's when -1 got his mommy. Amanda Huber comes out and sets the boys straight.
Does she really have it? Can you vouch? Can you vouch for B?
Huh?
Does she really have her head of the table shirt?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
She said she was gonna buy it and burn it.
Yeah, that might be next week.
Are we getting that video?
We need a video of that for next week's podcast.
We need it. Look, if we get the video, we'll play it right here on the show.
Well, yeah, because
for sure, because that's just too fucking funny not to.
Because we have the ability to play videos much like this.
Yeah, very nice, very evil, very famous. This is from Mark Chohausen to Matt Hausen and Jeremy Hausen. Chohausen. What? Is he saying? All right. Anyways. Thank you. Congratulations. Okay. Danhausen's here to wish you a very nice, very evil, very special, very congratulatory 300 episodes on your podcast, Lost in the Midcard. Yes, that's right. Lost in the Midcard, Hausen. It's been going on for 300 episodes. What have they talked about? Probably soup, cake and ice cream, PT Cruises, pillows, all the good stuff that you hear on our podcast. So, congratulations. Love that Danhausen. May your enemies be cast. Here is just 3 more.
3 more. He only wants us to have 3 more.
Just to get the 303. He's good. He's happy. He's happy with that.
So if Brienne says she has a head of the table shirt, she may not
waiting for her Omega shirt. And if she's waiting on an Omega shirt, that means she's gonna be waiting until like sometime late October to freaking do this video.
So we will
unlike WWE Shop, Shop AEW is kind of behind right now.
So she's gonna cut a promo on the head of the acknowledge me. The Pillows Gamer Bear knows about the Pillows episode, much like Downhausen. He knows that we talked about Pillows and soup.
It's true.
So yeah, I had to pimp the fact that we could play a video on here, which was real. I miss my fucking soundboard though, but I don't think we can.
I do miss the soundboard.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to be live every week now, but we might switch it up to special occasions, especially when Brienne is ready to cut a promo and burn a Roman Reigns t-shirt. That might be a special occasion to go live. We'll see what's going on going forward. Because I miss the soundboard. I miss having a fancy background in the back. Of course, the browsers don't work on that and all that fun stuff. There's pros and cons to both sides of going live and recording and all that fun stuff. But hey, we're having fun.
We're not live. I'm not on video.
And which you should be anyway, since I'm on video.
I won't be.
Yeah, you should be.
No, because when we're not live, I have my laptop plugged in.
But yeah, so Danhausen wishing us another 3 more. Another 3 more.
I appreciate the support.
Well, we're at 1 more at 301, so we got 2 more to go before we have to hang it up, I guess. So Amanda Huber with -1 and Ty Conchi and Anna Jay come out and slap some sense into the guys. They come out. Then the end of the match was fucking great. John Silver's hot tag sequences or just rampages, no pun intended, are fucking tremendous. He did a great one. And then 10 hitting a spine buster that Arn Anderson would be proud of. Arn Anderson would pull a Glock out and shoot it up in the air for that spine buster.
We're not going to get over that promo for a very long time.
OG Arn Anderson, man. Put those shirts up on in Shop AEW and get one by next Christmas.
They need to do an in Grand Theft Auto art design.
Oh my God. OG Arn Anderson. Grand Theft Arn. Leo.
Grand Theft Auto, Grand Theft Arn.
I like it. Leo Rush is all elite.
Yes.
It's
I'm very
official.
happy about this.
He cut a
Very happy
promo.
about this. I wish you had the video of Leo Rush talking about Lost in the Midcard. You remember that?
Oh yeah. I
Wish
do.
we had that. We should have looked that up tonight. Damn it, that would have been great. The newest member of the AEW roster talking about Lost in the Midcard. That would have. See,
was that a cameo too?
Yeah, it was a cameo.
Did Show get us that, or did Daryl get us that?
Show got us that.
Show got us that.
Show the king of cameo. So
yeah,
he's probably rushing off looking for that video right now. So
if Joe can get me the video, somehow.
The fact that he's not talking, I'm assuming he's off looking for it right now. So because that's just the way he is.
He also sent me a DM that Lee Johnson and Julia Hart are dating. I did not know that.
That was seen in the opening of Roads to the Top.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't know it either. Like I said, due to the fact that my laptop was being a piece of shit, I saw the beginning of that show, which I then saw the commercial that had Sammy Guevara accepting Bobby Fish's challenge.
Yeah.
So to me, it sounds like Guevara's going to do a lot of the open challenge shit, like Cody did.
Good.
Back in the day, which is really fucking cool. And since they're going to be on the road, you never know who's going to show up.
Yeah.
So they could do a lot of really cool stuff with that.
Yeah.
Going forward, fingers crossed.
Leo Rush, so he is all elite. After he cut that promo, Tony Khan put the graphic out. Leo Rush is all elite. FTR
you know how big, you know how much I love Leo Rush. So
he got his start up in your neighborhood.
Yeah, Maryland Championship Wrestling, man. I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy he's chosen not to retire because, dude, some of the matches that man's going to be able to have in AEW. Can you imagine Leo Rush versus Darby Allin?
Man.
Leo Rush versus Sammy Guevara. Just Leo Rush versus Kenny Omega. Leo Rush versus Bryan Danielson. Leo Rush versus CM Punk. Like, my God, think of some of these matches that man's going to get to have in AEW. Like,
Kenny by God Omega.
God, man. So good. Dude, I want to see Leo in anybody against the Young Bucks. Like, I don't know who you team him with, but Leo in anybody against the Young Bucks, holy shit. It would be insanity. For sure.
Exactly.
She's right. Darby and Leo, man.
It's the opportunities are endless. It's gonna be cool to see. I want Leo and Dante Martin, man. Have those two go at
God.
Have those two go at it, man. Breaking news.
Dude, give them 15 minutes on Dynamite and just let them go.
Breaking news. Well, not breaking news, but Fightful Select news. But it is kind of breaking because it just came out.
No, this is we talking about the Shane thing.
Several people backstage knew that the title change was taking place of Sammy Guevara defeating Miro. Fightful has learned that plans were in place to put a title change in around All Out. Beyond that, at one point, the title change was tentatively planned at Arthur Ashe before moving it to a week later.
Which was smart. Those cars were loaded already. Might as well make a big moment on another show.
And make it the main event. So, FTR and Tully Blanchard cutting an awesome promo. Dak saying that they are revitalized, rejuvenized, refocused, and that's bad news for the rest of the division. So, we're going to probably see FTR back to business here pretty soon. Top guys out.
See, FTR and Lucha Brothers. Inject that shit into my veins, sir.
Yep.
Because I think those guys would have a great series of matches together for the titles.
Dan Lambert and the Men of the Year come out, and you get your usual shut the fuck up chance for Dan Lambert, and then Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page cutting some great promos, didn't they, Matt?
Yeah, they absolutely proved what I've been saying all along. They don't need Dan Lambert. If you absolutely insist on having Dan Lambert on your television, pair him up with somebody who can't talk.
Yeah.
Like, dude, Dude, he would have been perfect with Andrade.
Right?
To be perfectly honest, Andrade's a legit badass. Like, he would have worked there. Like, that pairing would have worked. And since Andrade needs help with his promos, that totally would have made sense. But having him with, in my opinion, two of the best talkers in the company, it doesn't make any fucking sense. It really doesn't. Like, if you go back and you listen to Paige and Sky's promo on Dark Elevation this week, and you listen to their promo tonight, they don't need anybody talking for them. They could do all the talking on their own, and they're damn good at it.
Yeah, and I mean they finally got some team. I mean, they haven't really ever gotten much time as Men of the Year on a promo, so since Lambert came along. Yeah, I like that idea, putting him with Andrade now that Ric Flair is probably not going to happen for.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah, for a long time.
TK's not dumb, dude. The fact that he's still not touching Tessa Blanchard,
right?
You know, after all this time, yeah. But I mean, the fact that he, like, even with her father working there, like, the fact that he's not bringing her in says to me, like they're not bringing in. They're not bringing in Flair.
I was so busy pimping us on Twitter to get some people in here. I almost forgot the best quote of the night by Ethan Page, that he's got the tightest tits in the game.
He says it on his vlog all the time, man.
Yep. Man, go watch Ethan Page's weekly vlog or vlog. It's vlog time.
Show says he found the Lio Rush video.
That's why Cho's been quiet for a while.
I knew as soon as he went quiet, I'm like, that motherfucker's looking for that video.
I got it. Oh, that's right. This is when he was
he was the NXT Cruiserweight Champion at the time. Yeah.
Let me download this bitch.
Download that bitch.
If I can find out how the fuck.
Downloaded to Danhausen.
Yeah, but maybe I don't know if he sent me that on Facebook Messenger or not, though. Oh, here it is. I'll download it to my phone.
How are you gonna get it from your phone?
This nice program called Telegram.
What's that do?
It's just like a messenger program, but I could message shit to myself. So.
And you have Telegram on both your computer and your phone?
Yep.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
It's kind of how I do. I used to do some shit, like if I needed assets and things for when I do articles and shit, I could switch them from my phone to that and shit like that. So it's kind of handy. I don't know why it's not downloading though. Download. There we go.
You had to hit the button, damn it.
I did, and the fucking
hit it
button
again.
And the button disappeared, so I figured it worked. All right, hopefully it worked. There we go. All right, send that to myself, and we'll get Lio Rush's cameo to us from a long time ago. God, I can't. Well, obviously he's holding the old purple cruiserweight championship, so that was a while ago.
Back when NXT was really good.
Remember the Matt Taven cameo?
I do. That was for Daryl though. That wasn't for specifically for our podcast. So.
No, that was for Daryl, who is a Matt Taven mark. Not to be confused with Mark Cho.
And not to be confused with the dollar store Matt Taven, Ace Austin.
Yeah. It's just 6 degrees of whatever the fuck. Hikaru Shida, as we mentioned, going to return. Cut a little promo from her, going for her 50th win against the Woman of 1,000 Holds armbar. Serena Deeb.
I'm glad to see both of these women back on Dynamite.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
That's not a terrible idea, actually. Post the cameos on our channel.
Yeah, I know.
So people can watch them anytime they want.
Might have to do the gimmick there. All right, we got it downloading right now. Very nice.
Don't waste your money on fucking Ace Austin. Shut up.
Now, if you want to wait, you want to get a cameo, you got to get one from. Well, he doesn't do them anymore, probably, because he's in. No, he's in NXT. He can still do one, probably. L.A. Knight. Yeah.
He's getting drafted this weekend. That's not happening.
Yeah.
If he's not drafted this weekend, I'll be surprised. I'll be very surprised.
We will talk about WWE draft at the end of the show. Because that's happening. Matt's gonna be there.
I am for night one, not for Raw night, but
I'm gonna be live on Sports Kita
sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear that. Jeez. Trashing the company that pays you some bills. I'm not
trashing the company. I'm just like I'm not a big fan of the watch alongs.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of any of the websites doing the watch along. To me, they're very boring. So I'm sorry for you that you have to do a watch along on Friday. You're not buried Sports Kita. I love Sports Kita.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun for the draft. I like a pay-per-view watch along. No, I'd rather pay attention to the show. Anna J and Tay Conchi. Tay J got their own entrance music now. And some gear, some hot pink gear, and some cool stuff there. They defeat Penelope Ford and the Bunny. I love Anna J's kick, dangerous J kick into the Queen Slayer. I love that combo. Awesome shit. Brienne is not a fan of the draft.
Back in the day, the draft was really cool. The past couple years, it's really sucked.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they've retooled the draft this year to make it cool again. Fingers crossed. We'll see what happens.
All right. So Rampage is going to be a hell of a show Friday. Bryan Danielson and Nick Jackson. That won't suck.
No, it will not.
Jade Cargill and Thunder Rosa, Nyla Rose. That won't suck. Triple threat. Hair versus hair. Orange Cassidy and Jack Evans. Poor Jack Evans is going to be bald.
That's a pretty stacked card for Friday. I'm very excited about that.
All right, here we go.
What's going on? This is the man of the hour, Leo Rush, the NXT Cruiserweight Champion himself. Listen, I just wanted to stop by and say hey to my main man, Matt Black. I also wanted to say hey to his co-hosts, JB and Daryl, and the podcast, Lost in the Midcard. You guys are awesome. Keep killing it. It's super awesome that you guys are pursuing something that you love, that you're passionate about. As you can see, I'm doing the same. So again, thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the support. Keep killing it. And hopefully you'll be able to play me on 2K20, my man. Hopefully. I hope so. I hope I'll get to play myself. But all right, man. Take care. And thank you again.
That shows you how old that video was. He's talking about 2K20.
Talking about that shit game 2K20.
He's probably happy that he wasn't in it.
Yeah, we were muted during that, so I didn't hear what you said. But yeah, 2K20 about that game. Anniversary of Dynamite coming up next weekend. The Elite gonna take on Bryan Danielson, Christian Cage, and Jurassic Express. It looks like an 8-man tag. Hikaru Shida, Serena Deeb, and then the Casino ladder match. So Joe was saying, maybe. Fish. Yep, and Sammy and Fish. Joe was saying, well, maybe this is how Danielson gets in the title picture with that ladder match. Well, nope, he's going to be in an 8-man tag now. So,
to me, that makes all the more reason in that it could be Hangman.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm hoping for the return of the Hangman next week.
Main event was a hell of a good main event. Sammy Guevara, Miro. I said it on the show last week. I think Sammy was going to be the guy to take the title off of Miro, and God damn it, I was right. Tremendous match between these guys. Great moment. Unfortunately, ran out of time, so we didn't get to see much of the celebration. But hey, Sammy's got a vlog. We'll see it on Tuesday. We'll see a lot of stuff on Tuesday about his championship celebration. Fucking well deserved, isn't it, Matt?
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get to really focus on the main event due to, technical difficulties with my laptop,
Yeah.
deciding to be a bitch.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go back and watch a majority of that match, after we get off of here. But what I saw of it was great. And here's the Sammy joke. What he used to say, I didn't see it, but I heard it,
Exactly.
and it sounded pretty damn good.
There was a scary moment when Sammy came off the ropes and Miro caught him, and it didn't catch him right, and then Sammy's legs buckled. I'm like, oh my god, that could be a torn ACL right there. But everybody's okay. Tremendous match. Sammy hitting the go to hell while Punk's on commentary. Maybe it could be maybe a feud down the line. Sammy and Punk go to sleep against go to hell. Guevara, though, the awesome part was when Fuego came out and then got punched in the face by Miro. Sammy, before he hit the go to hell, set up the go to hell with a tornado DDT, Matt.
Yep. I saw the finishing sequence, the tornado DDT into the go to hell into the 630 senton, and I'm really surprised he's still doing that go to hell with CM Punk.
Yeah,
there in the company and also on fucking commentary at the time. Very, very surprised that he's still doing that move. I thought that move would be like, yeah, you're not doing that anymore. Punk's here, but what do I know? I guess.
Yeah, that might be coming down the line. Extreme Rules this Sunday. I thought overall Extreme Rules was pretty good. There wasn't really a dud on the card, Matt. What did you think?
I thought it was a very solid pay-per-view with an absolutely god-awful finish.
Yeah.
It left a very bad taste in my mouth, in which
god-awful is about right.
When things like that happen, it totally it decreases the overall value of the pay-per-view to me. So yeah, the shit ending to Extreme Rules hurt the overall show. But up until the main event, I was actually enjoying the show for the most part. I thought it was I had very little expectations going in, and I thought the show for the most part, I thought the wrestlers in the ring over delivered on what I was expecting.
Yeah, I thought it was a tremendous show. I didn't think there was a dud in the card at all. Everybody delivered. I thought Carmella and Liv Morgan had a good job. Liv getting the win there. I wonder maybe if Liv gets some sort of maybe surprise title shot against Charlotte, maybe, or something on the draft, maybe, or something. Maybe bump her up a little bit there. I don't know. We'll have to see. I think the push is getting there for Liv Morgan. Just haven't got there yet. It's just taken forever to really get there. Impromptu match that started, that set up on the kickoff show. New Day, AJ Styles, Omos, and Bobby Lashley 6-man tag. Hey, a lot of stars weren't on the pay-per-view, so here was a way to get some of those stars on the show. And holy shit, Matt, these guys went for almost 20 minutes. And entertain the hell out of us.
I thought it was a great way to kick off the show. It set the pace for the evening. Great 6-man tag.
Yeah, for something that didn't have a backstory, I thought this was a tremendous way to start the show. A long ass match, kill some time. Got your champion out there, Big E. You got the New Day. Everybody loves that the New Day is back together again.
Well, there was enough stories on there. Lashley's got history with all 3 members of the New Day. Styles and Omos were the ones that defeated the New Day for the tag titles. Like that, there was enough side stories to tell in that match to make everything work. And yeah, that match was great.
Mm-hmm. Following up that match was another great tag match between the Usos and the Street Profits. Great work, working good psychology there, working Montez's ribs, following up. We aren't talking SmackDown this week since the pay-per-view happened, but props to Montez Ford, main event against Roman Reigns on SmackDown, Matt. That was a hell of a performance for a guy that hasn't had that spot yet.
Look, I've been saying on here for years that Ford is going to be a breakout single star as long as WWE doesn't fuck it up.
Right.
And like Ford could be one of their biggest names in like 3 years down the line from now.
Yeah.
But it all depends on how they treat him and how they protect him over the next few years, if that's going to be possible.
Yeah.
But I see all the potential in the world for Montez Ford to be a main event star for them.
Exactly.
As long as they don't drop the damn ball.
Yeah.
Which, they very well could. So
right.
We'll
I see a lot of
happens.
Brienne's got it right. WWE's going to fuck it up.
Look, you're probably not wrong. I'm trying to be optimistic and hopeful that they won't fuck this one up. But
I see a lot of
we'll
Seth Rollins and Montez Ford, except he can jump a hell of a lot higher than Rollins. But I see a lot of Seth Rollins in there in terms of potential as a single star.
I see a lot of The Rock
Mm.
in Montez Ford. It's just a matter of if WWE's going to recognize that and allow him that spotlight to shine.
Minus the shitty baby face run where everybody hated him.
No, I mean his charisma and his ability on the microphone and the way he handles himself, very Rock-esque.
Yep. There was a reason why you saw them on TV every week, whether it was just breaking down what was going on in the WWE with a backstage segment. There was a reason why those guys were on TV every week. Bobby Lashley all pissed off, saying that Big E's a chicken shit, and dares him to defend the title. That sets up Monday Night Raw. We'll get to that in a minute. Commercial for Crown Jewel. Oh, we're so excited for Crown Jewel, aren't we, Matt? I have yet to see a good Saudi show. I'm taking off half the day of work, too. This is probably the best card they've had, though, for a Crown Jewel.
What do you mean the best card? They've got 2 matches announced.
That's still better than they've ever had.
I don't agree with that, but all right.
Crown Jewel.
I'm not overly thrilled about Crown Jewel for all the normal reasons, but on top of that, I've never had to work during an afternoon where a WWE pay-per-view is ongoing, so I don't know how that's going to work out. So I'm not really looking forward to finding out.
Yeah, I decided to take a half day off and join the post show for that. So, fuck it. Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, another good match there. Kind of surprised. I thought they'd put the title on Bliss. Instead, they have Flair go over, and then Flair gives a fatality to Lily.
No, Bliss is having surgery.
Yep.
So sinus surgery. So
she's out for a few months. So
they'll write her off TV for now. I'm hoping when she comes back, she's old Alexa Bliss, and the in this version of Bliss that we know right now is the last we've seen of it. I'm hoping that's what this was done for.
Or she'll be even crazier. I thought when they said that she was going to be gone a few months, I thought maybe
well, the thing is, if she's gone for a few months, it's perfect because they can still sell those stupid dolls while she's off of television.
Yeah.
And hopefully sell through the supply by the time she's back, and then she doesn't have the doll anymore, and then you don't have to worry about it. So.
The best duo in WWE, Kayla Braxton and Paul Heyman. I loved it when she put the mic right in his face when he was on the phone. Trying to get some information out of him. Jeff Hardy.
They are hilarious together.
Oh, they're so good together. The triple threat match is up next with the U.S. title. Damian Priest, Sheamus, and Jeff Hardy. Boy, the crowd wanted Jeff Hardy to win, didn't they?
Dude, like, this is the perfect example of no matter how hard WWE continues to try to treat Jeff Hardy like shit, like, the crowd still sees him like legitimate superstar, and they're just waiting. They're waiting for him to, rise to prominence again.
Yeah.
Like to me, all this says is when his deal's up and he debuts in AEW,
delete.
Like people are gonna lose their minds.
Delete.
Yes, and I hope it means that when the arrival of Jeff Hardy in AEW, it means the deletion of the HFO, and we can actually get one more Hardy Boys run before they retire. I think that would be pretty cool.
I don't know if it's a rumor or what. I don't even know if it was just Mark Cho telling me, but this is like somebody saying like Tony Khan doesn't like Broken Matt. I don't know why he wouldn't.
He didn't like the teleporting thing. I mean, he's gone on record as saying that. So he wasn't an overall big fan of the character.
Yeah.
But I mean, like they portrayed it in front of nobody. It's really hard. It's really hard to portray that broken character in front of no fans. It's definitely a crowd interaction character, and when you're doing shows in front of nobody, that's a hard character to pull off.
I thought it was over when Jeff Hardy hit the swanton on both guys at the same time, but it was not over. Then Sheamus hits Jeff with a bro kick, but then Priest rolls up Sheamus to get the win. Another, like I said, tremendous match. A lot of respect for Damian Priest and Jeff Hardy after the match as well. Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch. Went pretty lengthy match that only got interrupted by one Sasha Banks returning finally to screw up the whole scene.
That might have been my favorite match, and unfortunately, I didn't get to see the finish because fucking Peacock crapped out.
You just blew Brienne's mind with disbanding the HFO. Deletion!
I love it. Let's do it.
The
Book it.
deletion of the HFO.
I can't imagine Hardy's still under a WWE deal in like a year's time.
God, I hope
So
not.
I feel like as soon as he can get out, he's doing it. So
Do you think they split up Bianca Belair and Becky in the draft?
They could if they wanted to, because they reintroduced Sasha. But I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know if they're gonna completely wipe them out.
Next up is the main event, Extreme Rules match, Roman Reigns, Demon Balor. God, when basically the Demon got that defibrillator on him with the music playing and the lights going red and then the music hitting and Balor just going God mode, I thought he was going to win the title right there, Matt.
I was optimistically hopeful at that point, and then they fucked me because that's what WWE likes to do. Honestly, one of the worst pay-per-view finishes probably since Hell in a Cell 2019 with Rollins and The Fiend. It's probably the worst. It's probably their worst pay-per-view finish since then.
Yeah, they really got to explain out their ass what happened with that turnbuckle.
And they won't. They're not going to explain shit. I wouldn't be surprised.
They're just going to call it pure luck for Roman.
I would not be the slightest bit surprised to hear Roman come out on Friday and call himself God's favorite champion.
Wait a minute. Somebody else has already said that.
Well, he doesn't have a title anymore.
That's true. Marcho saying they could rehire Jessamine and Marina and do a horsewoman gimmick. How they could do the horsewoman gimmick? Well, wait a minute. You're kind of confusing yourself, though. Those guys were with Ronda Rousey.
No, he's proposing a 4-on-4.
Oh yeah, the 4-on-4 because all the women are heels now on the WWE side. So,
but I mean, Ronda just gave birth. Like she's coming back. She ain't coming back anytime soon.
This might be Survivor Series 2022.
Maybe.
So.
And like you said, they'd have to bring them back.
If they did it, even if they did explain it, the finish is already ruined by not doing it on the spot. Yeah, and Jesus Christ, the crowd was so hot.
He's right on the money.
The crowd was so hot, and it was such
that finish.
It was such a great run by Balor. He shotgun drop kicks Roman through the table on the outside, and it sets up for the coup de grace. And oh my God, that was such a great moment. And then they do that shit.
Me and my friend booked a better finish for that match than what they gave us, and it would have been so much better.
Yeah,
they do the whole OP Demon thing, and he goes up for the coup de grace, and he hits it, but they go through the ring. Like,
oh yeah,
his power, the demon power is so
so strong it goes through the ring.
Overkill that he puts Roman through the ring, and they go down, and then the Usos come in and they drag Balor and Roman out from the hole, and they just throw Roman on top of Balor, and the referee counts the 3 because they basically knocked themselves the fuck out by such an insane move. That would have been so much better than what we got.
Yeah,
because WWE creative is anything but. But yeah, I think that finish would have been a lot cooler, and I think people would have still been talking about it the next day in terms of, hey, that was a cool spot that I wasn't expected, instead of, God, that was so fucking stupid.
WWE doing their typical, let's start a big match before Monday Night Football, and then to create a bigger match for the main event. Hey, the Hurt Business is back in business, though, at least, Matt. So that's
at least it seems that way until they separate them all in the draft, and Vince goes, "Ha ha ha, pal! You thought I was giving you what you want, but fuck you."
Shut up. And so the fight, and then the New Day came out to even up the odds, of the fight spilled into the ring, causing a DQ. And then Adam Pearce shows up and says, "Steel cage match," because
be like that.
Because there was a steel cage up there.
Thank God Adam Pearce didn't Teddy Long the main event.
Right?
It would have been so easy to just been tag match player in the cage. Holla holla.
Yeah. WWE cannot keep doing that.
WWE's obsessed with doing that.
Before Monday Night Football, and then Angel Garza goes over Eric in a quick match as they're kind of slightly pushing Garza and Humberto. Then we had a 24/7 match that lasted all of a second there. Riddle on his scooter cutting a promo. Orton not there again. He wasn't at Extreme Rules, wasn't here either. Of course, we got some.
Orton is quote unquote not cleared to compete.
Yep, that came out today.
Take that any way you want it.
Akira Tozawa still in the ring from chasing the 24/7 title, and he wants to challenge anybody. Well, then now comes Keith Bearcat Lee, and Keith Lee destroys Tozawa in like a minute. Yet to see if he's going to be a heel as Bearcat Lee. We just have no idea. Brianne saying, "What's up with Orton?" Just said not cleared to compete. No other, no specifics to that.
Draw your own conclusions in this society we're in right now.
Yeah. So just not cleared to compete. Al Gore's favorite wrestler, Man Bearcat Lee. Okay, Cho.
He's been waiting all week to run that joke in the air.
Right.
All week.
Damian Priest and Sheamus, no DQ. This was a damn good match to end the feud once and for all. Damian Priest with the reckoning after 16 minutes of great U.S. title match fun. Poor Tozawa.
He broke Sheamus's nose again.
Yeah, Sheamus's nose is as brittle as glass, apparently.
I was starting to think, you don't need that mask anymore. Maybe you do. You do need that mask.
Jinder, Veer, and Shanky taking on Mansoor, Ali, and Jeff Hardy. I figured that. Let's
terrible result. Terrible result.
Let's job out Shanky some more, but no. They actually put Veer over quite a bit in this match, and the bad guys won. Yep, Cho's been sitting on it all week. Jackson Riker gets killed by Karrion Kross. That's fun.
No one cared.
AJ, literally no one cared. Rick Ucchino was in the crowd, said there was absolutely no reaction to Jackson Riker. And AJ Styles and Riddle, much like AJ Styles and Orton last week, AJ Styles and Riddle kicked some ass in the ring. Great match there. AJ Styles hitting the Clash to end it. Charlotte Flair took on Doudrop, and this lasted all of a minute because of Eva Marie. And then Eva Marie got destroyed by Shayna Baszler. So, all's well in the world.
We had back-to-back murder.
Yeah.
On Raw. We had Goldberg threaten to kill Bobby Lashley, and then right afterwards, Shayna Baszler attempted murder on Eva Marie. Raw is war once again, ladies and gentlemen.
And then Arn Anderson.
War is back. That's all it's on.
Then Arn Anderson pulling out his Glock like a G.
He pulled it on Bruce Pritchard in the back.
I would too.
He had him on speed dial.
he went Pillman on him. Pulled the gun out. I saw something funny on Twitter. Oh, Shayna Baszler's here to take out the women who can't wrestle. I know Matt would pop at that comment.
Look, where's the lie? Where's the lie?
No. Yep. I'll let Mark Cho.
This is exactly what she's done 2 weeks in a row.
Mark Cho trying to get back at Matt, saying that Matt's been waiting all week to run his war line.
I did. I tweeted it. I was proud of it, and I fucking brought it back to the show. Fuck you, Cho.
Goldberg saying he's going to kill Bobby Lashley at Crown Jewel. And then after that's when Shayna Baszler took out Eva Marie. Some dumb segment about Nikki Cross wanting matching outfits with Rhea Ripley, and Rhea's like, yeah.
Well, and Sean Ross Sapp has shown that Rhea almost has a outfit identical to that. She wore it at fucking WrestleMania this year.
Yeah.
So She's acting like, oh, I won't wear blue. You wore blue at WrestleMania, for fuck's sake. Don't act like you haven't done it before. So you throw a cape on Rhea Ripley's attire from WrestleMania and give her a mask, and she's a fucking superhero too. Because it looks like a fucking superhero costume.
Why is Eva Marie back? I don't know.
Because John Laurinaitis is back running the
people
hiring in the women's division. That's why Eva Marie's back.
She was like improving in the ring before she quit the first time, but there was definitely no carryover when she came back because she hasn't done shit in the ring since she's come back. Tremendous main event, steel cage match. Big E, Bobby Lashley win about 17 minutes. We had people trying to interfere and it didn't quite work, and then eventually it ended up 1-on-1, and Big E hitting a super big ending to retain the title. And then Drew McIntyre's music hits because now Drew can challenge for the title because it is off of Bobby Lashley now.
I really hope they split them up.
A lot of people think Drew's going to SmackDown, so
I hope he does. I don't want to see Drew versus Big E. I just don't. So hopefully he is going to SmackDown because I don't want to see the match.
So that was Raw. Not a bad Raw. Raw's getting better.
I thought last week's Raw was pretty good. This week's Raw, not so much. I thought there was a few really good matches, and other than that, Raw was bored. I was bored.
NXT 2.0.
Do we even need to talk about this besides the Mandy Rose stuff? Like, seriously,
speaking of the draft,
this show sucked.
Speaking
this
of the
was
draft,
easily the worst NXT 2.0 that they've done.
Out of all three?
Look, out of the 3 episodes, this was easily the worst.
Hit Row, draft alert. They may get drafted. BFAB took on Electra.
For their sake, I hope not.
BFAB and Electra Lopez in a no disqualification match. Not a bad match, but you can tell both women are pretty green.
It was better than I expected it to be.
Yeah.
I'll give them that.
Electra Lopez getting the win there. They showed some of
BFAB needs a lot of work.
They showed some of the honeymoon and Dexter Lumis and his string of condoms. Oh, we're gonna make NXT edgy, pal. We're gonna have them say shit and get condoms.
None of those segments would have worked without Gargano. By the way, Gargano is the comedic glue that holds all that stuff together, and those segments would not have been even remotely funny without him in them.
Speaking of how great NXT 2.0 is, let's have Matt talk about Joe Gacy. Hey, I like the gimmick, but man, they're going a little overboard on the buzzwords and trying to be hip and cool by saying all these buzzwords and things. I think the gimmick is got some promise, but yeah, they're really trying too hard to be today is what they're just trying too hard on that. A lot of NXT 2.0 is trying too hard because they're just throwing anything at the wall and see what kind of shit will stick. Zion Quinn, I like this guy. This guy's got a good look about him. Badass dude. Took on Oni Lorcan, got the win in 3 minutes. MSK, I thought it was hilarious, Matt, when they were sitting there posing.
Segment sucked.
I thought it was hilarious when they were before commercial. They were posing in front of the crowd, and then there's a lot of people in the crowd going like this. Well, people don't like MSK anymore.
This segment sucked. Everything about it sucked.
If we ain't calling up the grizzled young veterans, put the damn titles on them. It's been well overdue. Speaking of titles, I thought these titles would change, but no. Io Shirai and Zoe Stark retained their titles against Gigi Dolan and JC Jane.
I think both titles should have changed.
Yeah, I figured they were going to put the Rocket up. I thought they were going to put the Rocket up Toxic Attraction.
They should have.
Well, yeah, they might.
Look, if you look at the Twitter response after the show, that was easily the thing everybody was talking about.
Oh yeah.
Everybody was talking about Toxic Attraction. They fucked up already. So, but like, it's Vince. Why should we be surprised that Vince doesn't know how to book shit?
They're sexy. They're sexy, and NXT wants to get edgy, so they're going to bring these hot women out and do some hot women things.
I can't wait for Triple H to come back.
Yeah, I figured title change and Io would get called up, but nope.
I expected both EO and Raquel to be called up.
A guy that
titles on Tuesday, and it didn't happen.
A guy that has been knocking it out of the park on NXT 2.0, Braun Breaker, cutting a good promo. I loved his line about wanting to whip some ass. He was there to whip some ass, and if that's harsh, I don't give a shit. You want a friend? Go get a dog. Make no bones about it.
Look, I know he's Rick Steiner's son, but he sounds like Scott.
Yeah, he does.
He sounds like Scott Steiner Jr., man.
Who's your daddy? I wonder if Steiner used that line, if his daddy used that line, if you want a friend, go get a dog. I wonder if he's ever, I want to think he'd used that line back in the day, but I can't remember. But yeah, he sounds a lot like Scott. Holy shit.
Yeah.
But he's a good promo. Good in the ring, too, man. That guy's got the package.
Look, everything about him is great except for the fucking name.
Look at that, Braun on the main roster. Yeah, well, man. Stranger things have happened, but no, he's gonna.
That would be insanity. They can't do that already.
Yeah, no, not yet, not yet. And yeah, so that now they're saying shit on NXT because they're edgy. They're edgy. Or we want to copy AEW, one of the two. Tommaso Ciampa with a response promo. Told him, let's just not put him in the Hall of Fame yet. I like that line. Like, yeah, we're putting that rocket up his ass, but let's not put him in the Hall of Fame just yet. Boa with Mei Ying taking on Andre Chase. This is one of those, let's throw shit against the wall and see if it sticks. This Andre Chase thing, it's been done in WWE way too many times. It's just not working for me here. Some things are working. Like, hey, I like Joe Gacy. I like Tony D'Angelo. Hey, he's gonna be debuting next week. How you doing? Tony D'Angelo. But Andre Chase, no, I don't like it. We're no, sir, I didn't like it. First ever Ren and Stimpy episode, The Horse. Memories. Where's Xia Li? Well, she's probably gonna get drafted. We got balls and ass on AEW and shit on NXT. Poop on Raw. Well, usually it is poop. AEW says shit a lot. They didn't say shit too much this week, though. They cut their shit back. NXT Cruiserweight Championship. Now, this was a thing where I'm like, okay, I'm not impressed with this Grayson Waller dude. Then he wrestles a 7-minute match with Roddy, and I thought he did pretty good in that match against Roddy. He showed some pretty good shit.
It was booked ass backwards.
Mm-hmm.
There was no reason for this guy who's supposed to be the babyface to jump Roderick Strong from behind before the match started. I'm like, why the fuck am I supposed to cheer for this guy? And why the fuck is Beth Phoenix, acting like he's such a great guy when he jumped the fucking champion from behind before the match? They booked it ass backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why is the champ even coming out first to begin with? That dude should have came out, and Roddy should have. They should have played the Diamond Mine music, and Diamond Mine came out, and then Roddy came out from the crowd and attacked him from behind. That's how the match should have started. Like they booked the whole fucking thing ass backwards. It didn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah. Speaking of LA Knight. Yeah.
That's somebody I think is getting drafted.
LA Knight challenged by Odyssey Jones to a match next week, and then Andre Chase walking by saying that was bullshit, and Knight's like, you're right, and he attacks Odyssey Jones. Lashing out with Lash Legend, another one of those, let's see if it sticks. I
don't need a Wendy Williams talk show on my WWE television.
Yeah, that was
program.
exactly
very much.
That's exactly what everybody was saying. It was like a Wendy Williams talk show. Nope, pass. I did not. I didn't think it was interesting. Another guy that's probably going to get called up because he's in a losing streak now. Ridge Holland got beat by Kyle O'Reilly after 6 minutes. After pushing him, he was on this run of undefeated ever since he came back, and now he's losing every week. I'm guessing he's getting called up.
I don't care because he sucks.
You don't like Ridge Holland?
No, I don't. He's overrated as fuck.
And then Pete Dune and Holland beat up Kyle, and old Von Wagner makes the save.
What is Von Wagner? What is Von Wagner's unhealthy obsession with Kyle O'Reilly?
I don't know. Maybe he's a Undisputed Era fanboy.
That would be one hell of a weird storyline. Do you think Adam Cole vouched to get Bobby Fish in there next week? Do you think this is an Adam Cole thing?
I wonder because Fish went over to MLW. So, what's the show going off on Ridge Wallets for? Oh, I get it. Ridge Wallet. Next week on 2.0, Odyssey Jones and LA Knight. Yeah. MSK and Briggs and Jensen and take on the grizzled young veterans Hayes and Williams, an 8-man tag. Then we got the NXT women.
Watch that.
And then we got the NXT Women's Championship with barely any fucking time left, Matt.
This was weird. This was very weird. Like, unless they're calling Frankie up, I don't understand.
Yeah, they only gave it 7 minutes.
I don't understand what they did with it. Why they did what they did with her. And it's even worse because I said this on the show last week. Poor Frankie was the only person on the NXT roster that was doing positive media for this stupid relaunch brand heading into the relaunch. And then on the debut show when she's supposed to have her title match, it gets canceled. Then 2 weeks later when she has the match, she jobs out in 7 minutes.
Oh, like, she tweets everything NXT on her Twitter account. So.
No, she was doing the media rounds.
Oh,
she was doing all the interviews with the website, saying like everybody's like worried and that NXT 2.0 is going to be great and blah 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 yakety schmackety, and it's proven to be anything but right now. Episode 3 sucked, and the ratings reflected the fact that it sucked. So. This would be ratings this week.
This would be fucking excellent. John Morrison and Frankie against Miz and Maurice down the line. That would be fun.
I would love that. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I would love to see that.
Yeah, 7 minutes is all they got, and then Raquel Gonzalez gets beat up by Toxic Attraction to end the show.
Give the belt to Mandy.
Yes. I watched Impact for the first time in a couple of months, and I thought it was a good show to come back to. I thought it was pretty damn good. I obviously want to...
Besides Daniels coming back, I don't remember a damn thing about it.
Yeah, well, I'll remind you a little bit. I'm not going to go too in-depth on it, but there we go. Brienne here saying, shoot, it's got money written all over it. Husband, wife. Come on. This would be a money matchup right there to beat Omega.
Like, he's beating Christian.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I'd rather him been the one to beat Omega.
Yeah, they must have said, no, we're not going to have him beat
I think Omega was getting tired of being on the road.
Yeah.
I think with AEW traveling again and like having to do those multi-day tapings with Impact, he's like, yeah, I've kind of had enough.
Some buddies of mine wanted me to go to Nashville with them for this. They are in the crowd for these set of tapings. So I couldn't get off work. I'd have to get off at least a Monday or a Friday or both. It's a 10-hour drive. So yeah, they drove.
Dude, I'm not driving 10 hours for an Impact television taping. I'm sorry. No way. I don't even think I would drive 10 hours for an AEW Dynamite, let alone a fucking Impact television taping.
If I don't have to drive, I don't give a fuck.
10 hours though.
Yeah.
10 hours in a car.
As TNA around still, says Brian. Yes, it is. It's been good for a couple of years too. Bound for Glory, big pay-per-view coming up in October. So I figured I haven't watched Impact for about a month and a half, 2 months. I'm like, I better get on it. Big pay-per-view, biggest pay-per-view of the year coming up. It's going to be some good matches on it. Ikaleo took on from the Bullet Club, took on David Finlay. With Finlay getting the win there, as there's a little bit of a feud between Finn Juice and the Bullet Club carrying over into Impact. Rohit Raju took on Chelsea Green, and thanks to the return of Raj Singh, Raju used the distraction to roll up Chelsea for the 1-2-3. Rich Swann and Willie Mack were going to take on Brian Myers. Came out with Sam Beal, and Ziggy Dice is now with them. Of course, when we covered NWA, Ziggy Dice was in that company. And there's some other guy with Ziggy as well. I don't know who it is. I can never find who the other guy is. Nobody ever reports on him, so he must not be that important. Brian Myers says that Ziggy ain't ready to tag with him, but he's got somebody that is, and VSK comes out. So it's kind of cool to see. VSK is a hell of a talent. You familiar with VSK, Matt?
I've seen some of his stuff in Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Isn't the guy with them like Lemon or something?
I don't know. I haven't watched.
I feel like the name Lemon is ringing a bell for me for some reason, and I can't remember why.
Does it leave a sour taste in your mouth?
A lot of wrestling booking can leave a sour taste in my mouth. Calm down, sour boy.
Hey, Sour Boy's the worst. No, he's not. Sour Boy gets the pops. Bad guys, or actually, I'm sorry. The good guys get the win there, Swan and Mac. Mickey James looking fine as hell. Coming to the, sorry, Nick Aldis, but she was. Comes to the.
You apologize to Nick Aldis. Who cares?
I don't know. Yeah, that's right. He's no longer your world's champion. So
thank God.
Challenging Deonna Purrazzo to a Knockouts title match at Bound for Glory. That match won't suck. Excited for that one. And then Josh Alexander, Ace Austin had a hell of a main event with a beatdown approaching after Alexander gets the win. Christian Cage makes the save. Bad guys still get the upper hand. And lo and behold, who comes back but the fucking fallen angel, Christopher Daniels. And I was loving it. We have not seen this version of Christopher Daniels in a long time because you got your SCU and then SCU broke up. But it's been SCU for a long time with Daniels. So and that vignette on BTE was awesome, wasn't it?
Yes, Matt? Yes, it was. I'm a big Christopher Daniels mark.
Me too.
Since he's not really doing anything in AEW right now besides his behind the scenes work, if he wants to do some stuff with Impact right now, why the fuck not? It gives me another reason to watch their product, quite frankly. So
yeah, it was fun getting to meet those guys when me and you were in Dallas for Mania weekend. That was fun to meet Frankie and Christopher, and we met a lot of guys. But Adam Cole, baby, got a picture with Adam Cole. I got a picture with Adam Cole with Mark Briscoe photobombing it, and that is the best wrestling picture I've ever going to take in my life. I don't think I'll ever have a better picture of me and a pro wrestler than me and Adam Cole with Mark Briscoe photobombing it. Heading into some headlines. We got big news here that just broke after Dynamite. Bobby Fish, fresh off of getting fired from WWE, is going to challenge Sammy Guevara for the TNT title next week. That is fucking awesome. I love that they're going to bring Fish in. And man, it's good shit, pal. Let's see here. Yeah, that's some good shit, pal. Oh my. One of the I would say one of the most talented women in indie wrestling right now is a big get for Ring of Honor. Trish Adora was just announced today that she has signed with Ring of Honor. Tremendous talent, I think, is going to be add a lot to that division. Ring of Honor starting to finally do with the women that they never did before when they tried to that Ring of Honor or Women of Honor championship. The division just didn't go anywhere, did it, Matt?
Yeah, like the first Women of Honor run was an utter failure because I think they booked the tournament completely wrong, and I think they never recovered from that.
Yeah.
But I think I think the new roster that they have for the division, the new championship, new start, I think they're going in the right direction. So
yeah,
I think Roxy as their champion was a very great choice, and she's someone that she's someone that's very young. They can build the division around her, and I think they have a good thing going over there in Ring of Honor's women's division. We'll see how it progresses throughout the rest of this year. We'll revisit it in a few months.
Damn it, Bobby. CM Punk noted that the New York State Athletic Commission will not let him stage dive, so that's why he didn't do a stage dive tonight. Punk posted a great tweet about it with a gif of a grumpy monkey. AEW announced it just about a couple hours before Dynamite went on the air. Some great stuff here. AEW has launched what is called the John Huber Legacy Foundation, nonprofit organization started by John's wife, Amanda Huber, and John's brother, Chris. And the foundation is going to focus on providing support to people in creative fields that have not taken that next step because of their families. This is something big because Brodie Lee almost quit pro wrestling before signing with WWE because he had a family to take care of. But then, of course, WWE comes calling, you get the big payday, and you're a big deal for several years in the WWE, so he kept with it. So I think this is a tremendous thing to announce when they hit Rochester tonight. I think it was a very cool thing, right, Matt?
No, this is a great thing. I love how the company continues to honor the memory of Brodie and treat his son and wife as like a part of the family, essentially. I decided to wear my Brodie shirt today.
I've got the tribute shirt. I don't think I'm ever going to put the tribute shirt on. I have it hanging in the closet. I don't think I'm ever going to wear it though. I think I'm just going to keep it in the closet. But I do like the new Brodie shirt for the money goes to the foundation.
The Brodie Forever. Yeah. Well, the money for the other shirt goes to the all went to the family too. So
Yep. I just don't think I'm going to wear the tribute shirt. I think I'm just going to keep it just to keep it, keep it in good shape. Drew McIntyre was speaking with Table Talk recently and says that it'd be a waste of my time if I didn't inevitably use the sword on someone. Vince gonna have a beheading here or something?
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck he thinks he's gonna do with the fucking sword. I mean, I guess he could flip it around and hit somebody with the handle or something like that. But you're not gonna chop off a limb or stab somebody with it or anything. Like
it's just a flesh wound. Wound.
Sorry, Drew, but Raw's PG, pal.
You're gonna have a beheading like in Game of Thrones or something, or Walking Dead. Drew turning into Alley Catch. I love Alley. Alley uses a knife, not a sword. Mark Cho, get it right. God, Alley made her AEW Dark debut last week. That was good to see. I'm a big Alley Catch fan. Big GCW fan too. Mike Johnson, PW Insider, saying that Alexa Bliss is scheduled to undergo sinus surgery. And, of course, this comes off of the heels of Raj Giri from Wrestling Inc. saying, oh, geez, come on, sword is all longer. Oh, will you stop?
She's not wrong.
Raj Giri of Wrestling Inc. reported that Bliss will be off television for a few months, possibly, and then this broke out today. Mark Cho, come on. You guys. Monday Night Raw. Talking about a little bit of viewership. They took a dip ski down to 1.70 million. Of course, Monday Night Football eating into that. So they've been on the down, been going down. Well, they had a pop last week because Roman Reigns showed up. But they're back down to bad numbers they're going to have for the rest of the football season. SmackDown continuing, they went down a little bit too, but still continuing to hold over 2 million, 2.09 million. NXT numbers came out just today. 655,000 viewers. They dropped. So 2.0 has dropped back to the level that they were at before.
Yep.
Obviously, we don't have Dynamite numbers yet because if we did, that would be a nice act of God. So, but last week's Dynamite pulled in. I went too far. A nice number for Grand Slam, 1.273 million. Nice number there.
And that's really impressive going up against the season premieres of Survivor and the Masked Singer.
Yep,
for
a lot
their
of competition.
for their numbers to actually go up and still secure the number one spot on cable. I thought that was a Thought that was a big victory for AEW that night.
Kevin Owens was talking with Justin Barrasso from Sports Illustrated and gave his thoughts on Adam Cole's Mount Rushmore tweet and said he got a kick out of the tweet. Cole. Yeah, he said he got a kick out of the tweet.
Cole got a kick out of Kevin Owens.
Owens' tweet, yeah. Other way around. I got other way around. My bad. Adam Cole talking to Justin Barrasso. KO coming to AEW hopefully next year. We'll find out.
Kevin Owens to AEW confirmed.
Well, his location is almost there. Happy National Drink a Beer Day. What?
Yeah, it was like National Beer Day. They were talking about it on Busted Open this morning.
What?
I was surprised you didn't have a beer with you tonight.
One beer. I don't have any beer here. I have only hard liquor is all I got here. I don't drink much at home.
Hard liquor JB, ladies and gentlemen.
Liquor in the front, poker in the rear. Bada bing.
God.
Yeah. I was gonna go have a beer later, but it's getting late. Yeah.
There's really not a lot more headlines, really.
There's a few.
It was kind of a quiet week.
Ortiz is talking about Marco Stunt and saying he should get more opportunities in AEW, saying he's their Spike Dudley. I don't think he's wrong in that, is he?
Yeah.
Fightful Select talking about recent release, which was Marina Shafir, Roderick Strong's wife, and she has been booked for Bloodsport coming up in October, Josh Barnett's pay-per-view, and she's also going to be on the Free the Narrative with EC3. I'm surprised you're not interested in the Free the Narrative, being an EC3 fan.
No interest. I'd watch them if they were free. I would not pay to see them at all. I don't think they're worth. I don't think they're worth the price of admission. GCW announcing the Nick Gage Invitational 6 will take place Saturday, November 13th from Summit, Illinois, on Fight TV. Competitors have yet to be announced yet for that because they still got a couple shows ahead. A headline for GCW, including the one up back home in New Jersey, Nick Gage and John Moxley, the match we've been waiting for forever. Update on Bray Wyatt. What did he? Don't. Why are you putting it down? Take it down.
Bray Wyatt. A lot of people speculating maybe he'll show up on this tribute to Brodie Lee night. No, it's no compete.
Like I said, I still think he's under his 90 days, and it would have been awesome to have him there tonight.
Show up at least.
It's just it can't happen. Like the headache that AEW would have had to have put up with if to make that happen just wouldn't have been worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, he got released at the end of July, so he's still got a month left in the note.
The end of October.
Fightful.
He could be there for Full Gear. They wanted to bring him in then.
Yeah.
But they it just tonight just wasn't possible unless he got out of it. Mm-hmm. And I just didn't think that happened. So
Fightful Select continuing to knock it out of the park, as they were told that Daniel Bryanson's expected to compete against Nick Jackson. Got that right, didn't they? Adam Cole, baby, was on Chris Jericho's Talk Is Jericho, and he's been
on a lot of podcasts lately.
He's making the rounds.
He might as well come and do an interview with us, as many people as he's talked to.
Hey, come on, baby. Yeah, he's on Oral Sessions too recently.
Yeah,
with Renee Paquette.
I feel like he's been everywhere.
He said that he knew AEW was going to be special from the first press conference, and I mean, if you listen to our show, we agree. A lot of people love this. A lot of people love this wrestler, and it's been announced that Psycho Clown makes his GCW debut at War Ready, which is October 23rd. A lot of people love Psycho Clown. I don't know much about Psycho Clown, but I hear people talk about Psycho Clown, so that'll be good. Come on, Matt, you got to get into the GCW. It's good shit, pal. Much like when Lex Luger showed up, maybe somebody will show up when AEW Dynamite airs from the Mall of America. They have announced that they are going to be at the Mall of America for AEW. So
No, they haven't.
Are there? Mall of America
Mall
said
of America said
well,
that they
we'll
would
take
host
them.
them, but
Yeah.
AEW has not confirmed any type of date with them. I don't foresee that happening. To me,
Be cool.
There's way too many WCW comparisons there to run that. I would not run that.
Yeah.
If I'm Tony Khan and AEW, I'm not running there.
Cody Rhodes went on the record and said his gear was not inspired by Homelander. You don't buy it, do you, Matt?
No, I believe it wasn't inspired by Homelander, but I believe his character right now is just a lot inspired by, Homelander or Peacemaker, or, a combination of the two. So
another Fightful Select item on Adam Cole. Word is that they wanted to cut his hair and establish a new look with Adam Cole, and he's like, absolutely not. You can fuck yourself over that way, and you can fuck yourself over that way. A new documentary focusing on the life of Brodie Lee is coming to Rochester. It premiered actually last night in movie theaters in Rochester, focusing on his life in wrestling, from being an independent star to the WWE, and then coming over to AEW. So it is unknown if the documentary will have a nationwide release. Hopefully it will. If they need some funding, I know where they can go. Go to Uncle Tony, get some funding for that nationwide release, right, Matt? I want to see that documentary. I want to see that documentary. Congratulations to Reggie. He is now the longest reigning 24/7 champion in history. And the crowd goes wild. Adam Cole, you said he was making the rounds. He was on the Danger Zone with Chris Danker, and confirmed what was going around on Reddit, that the Twitch stream where he checks his phone and is oddly silent for a long period of time was the moment he found out that Tyler Breeze was getting released from the WWE.
Yep.
So he confirmed that was true, because that was obviously making its rounds on Reddit and things like that.
Yeah, Dank's a good dude. I like him a lot. I'm happy to see his podcast is doing well.
Oh, Cho says, check your tweet. Check his tweet. I'm afraid to see what it says. Right now, my ads are not working. I don't see your tweet.
He tagged. Just look at Lost in the Midcard.
Oh, there we go. There we go, baby. Why not? Shoot your shot, right, Matt?
Yeah. Why the hell not?
Oh my God, that's funny. Liv Morgan was in a recent interview, talked about how Ruby Soho messages her before every segment to give her confidence. I think that's pretty cool to hear. If WWE continues to stop her, she'll be out the door before you know it, right?
Maybe.
Royal Rumble has got a date and a time. They are heading to St. Louis at the Dome on Saturday. You like the Saturday pay-per-view better, Matt?
Yeah, I don't hate it.
I don't mind it at all either. Saturday. Tickets go on sale October 15th. Seth Rollins, much like the rest of us, was ready to strangle Vince McMahon after the Hell in a Cell 2019 debacle. Yeah, I think we're all pretty much on that same boat. For those who are wondering where Jake Roberts has been lately, he recently underwent foot surgery, so he's been kind of dealing with some health issues. I heard he was
back on Elevation tonight.
Oh, that's good.
With Archer,
that's good.
So
that's good. Been a while. You said Adam Cole's making the rounds, right? Well, he was on Oral Sessions recently with Renee Paquette, and said the single hardest decision that he had to make when leaving WWE was leaving to party. It shows you how much that meant to him, where that was the hardest thing to let go when leaving the WWE. Matt Cardona is no longer the internet champion after 10 years. Lost it to Effie at GCW's Get Lost a Lot pay-per-view. So no longer the internet champion. Poor Matt Cardona. At least he still has Chelsea. Very interesting. Chris Jericho talking to Stephanie Chase recently. Chris Jericho divulging that TNT threatened to pull Dynamite if they smoked on the show again. So all the things you see on the show.
Yeah, weird.
Smoking was it a cigar? Wasn't it?
Cigar.
You lit it with the tickets, right, or something like that.
I think so. Yeah.
This was one of the very first Dynamites, and yeah, that was very interesting. Yeah, it was literally like in the first month. It was the end of October in 19. Pretty crazy. Marty Scurll is booked for Return to Wrestling. CWA in Puerto Rico has signed Marty Scurll, so his return to pro wrestling since the Speaking Out movement in 2020. AEW is going to introduce a secondary women's championship and call it the TBS title. So that'd be kind of cool for the kind of get more women involved in a title picture. That'll be pretty good. And we'll end it with go to Shop AEW, buy that new Brodie Forever shirt. That's a damn good shirt. And as Mark Cho said, smoking causes cancer. Thank you to tuning into Lost in the Midcard. As always, you can find us on the podcasts through anchor.fm. You can also just search for Lost in the Midcard on any of your favorite podcasting apps, Spotify, iTunes, all that. And make sure you choose the new feed so you can get the most updated line for the podcast here. Obviously, you got the video version here. We're live, pal. But it's also on the YouTube. Go search YouTube. Just search for Lost in the Midcard. Give us a subscribe ski, please. We would gladly enjoy it. Links are on our website, litmcpodcast.com. And we're also on the Facebook at facebook.com/Lost in the Midcard. Twitter at LITMC Podcast. I'm on the Twitter at JB Huskers. Matt's on the Twitter at Raw F Showtime. And before we ride off into that sunset, Matt, what are your final thoughts?
It's been a very long day. I'm very tired. I'm sorry if I'm not at a high energy level tonight, but just it's been a long day, and in my laptop crashing mere minutes before we were supposed to go on the show did not help matters. So yeah. I want to settle in and relax because I got another 12-hour shift tomorrow, and I'm tired. So thanks for tuning in, but it is time to close another episode of Lost in the Midcard.
Our third to last episode, according to Danhausen. A good pay-per-view from WWE. Again, last week was also a Grand Slam. Tremendous cap off to that on Friday. Great show there. And then they followed it up with a great Dynamite tonight. So good stuff there. NXT 2.0 still a mixed bag, and the ratings are telling you that too. So that's going to be wild. But we got the draft coming up. The draft is coming up Friday, so hopefully we get ourselves a good show, because the draft shows have honestly not been that great the last few years either. So let's hope for.
I'm kind of worried about it, to be honest.
Yeah, and Matt's going to be there. I'm going to be live on Sportskeeda breaking it all down. So we'll see what happens. We're going to talk about all the happenings from the draft next week on Lost in the Midcard. Once again, thank you to tuning in. Thanks for those that thanks to those that had engaged with us live on the chat here, and otherwise, hopefully you can catch us on demand as well through YouTube or podcast. Thank you for tuning in to Lost in the Midcard, and we will catch you next week.